Hey, howdy hey, and welcome back to Emily's Adventures in Horrorland. And today's film comes at the request of Stephen Pitkin. Thank you very much, Stephen. Critters has been described to me as a Gremlins ripoff that is better than Gremlins, but I haven't seen the latter in several years, and apparently this one was being written, sometime before, or something like that, so anyway, should be good to look at. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good to get back into horror. / comedy. / sci-fi. / fantasy. God damn it! So the movie starts with us entering the Twilight Zone, and then we see that some Krites have escaped from the prison asteroid Sector 12.
The Krites have stolen a ship.
Well, that escalated quickly. So this guy decides to send out some bounty hunters. Oh please, let it be the boys from the Dwarf. Nah, he goes for Slenderman's older brothers instead. He instructs them on how to recapture the Krites as the opening title appears. Yay! We then meet America's most stereotypical family. Mother in an apron, whiny teenage daughter, lovable scamp clearly trying to skip school, and an all-American dad who likes to lay on the punishments a bit thick.
Well, I'm gonna wash your mouth out.
No movies for 2 weeks.
You miss that bus, I'm gonna skin you and hang your bones out to dry.
And then make a wind chime out of them. And then there's Charlie, who believes that aliens are sending messages to him through the fillings in his teeth. Lucky for him, he's actually correct. Meanwhile, the bounty hunters take a quick class on planet Earth that includes this guy. I do like the way this one transforms, but why he picked rock star Johnny Steele is anybody's guess. There's also the teeny tiny question of how these aliens are picking up on current Earth trends. I mean, aren't they supposed to be several light years away? Shouldn't they be picking up Earth transmissions from the 1960s or something? Groovy, groovy, groovy. Dad gets 2 cobs of corn because he's the great big man of the house. We learn that our protagonist, for want of a better word, is the family's young son, Brad, who's basically an amalgam of Bart Simpson and the Weasley twins. Sure, he makes trouble now and again, but he's a good kid at heart. Don't you just want to ruffle his hair? The daughter, April, goes into the barn with her new boyfriend, but he's not so eager for a literal roll in the hay at first because of his hay fever. It's okay, bro. I feel your pain. Oh wow, look at this shirt. Pen Busters! Wait, that's actually what the team's called? I was joking! The plot of this film finally crashes on the McFadden property, and Brad and his father go off to investigate.
Holy shit!
Alright, that's it, boy. I'm gonna pull your skull out through your nose and make it my pencil holder. The critters are so rapacious that they devour a cow and even a police officer. It takes a little while before we actually see them, and they're basically the intergalactic equivalent of hungry, hungry hedgehogs. That's your plot! Now, the funny thing is, when I went away to research this film, I could barely find anything. I know that there are 3 other Critters films, one of which stars Leonardo DiCaprio in his feature film debut. Also the first of many, many film roles that wouldn't win him an Oscar. Congrats, Leo. As much as I wanted to like this film, its titular creatures weren't nearly devilish enough, and overall, Critters just didn't have that magical cult classic quality. Not for me, anyway. Personally, I think it could have benefited from some more inspired humour. As an example, this bounty hunter takes the form of a famous rock star, and his friend shapeshifts frequently in front of people's faces. You'd think people would have more of a reaction to that. What if the mother was a huge fan of his, and all the time he's trying to kick ass and save the planet, she's just hanging off his elbow? But yeah, that doesn't happen. Everyone reacts to these guys as though they were only doing something as strange as putting on a cowboy hat.
I wonder what team he's on.
And every time they turn up, it goes exactly the same way. We want the Krites. Huh? Blam, 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 blam. Thank you! I guess that may be the joke, that everyone just underreacts to everything. But it didn't seem that funny to me. Most of the things that made me laugh had to do with the bad acting. When the Krites start invading the family home, the family decides to arm themselves, and then 3 guns above the fireplace? Dude! Dude! You can't... What have you got 3 guns for? You've only got 2 arms to be toting guns at a time, and I know you don't let any of your family have a go on those, but... What the hell? Anyway, they all get a chance to show off their acting chops, or lack thereof. The mother in particular. I suppose the Krites are pretty menacing. Fast-moving, can shoot poisonous barbs, and can bite E.T.'s head off. Yeah, take that, Spielberg. But most of those things are the size of a chicken. You could probably jump clear over one if it bowled its way towards you. Eventually, trapped upstairs, the family trusts the little boy to ride on his bike and bring back help instead of the far more capable teenage daughter. Oh wait, no, she isn't capable. At all. At all, at all, at all. My weapon will be a pole! That worked out really well for me back in the barn when I had to rely on my little brother to save me. Brad gets hold of the right people, but they're too late to stop the largest krite/critter from kidnapping his sister. Which doesn't seem like their style, but moving on. Anyway, they escape, the Charlie guy throws a Molotov cocktail into their spaceship, the house gets blown up, and the krites explode. Yup, been a weird kind of day. One of the bounty hunters tells Brad to call him, which I'm sure is legal on their planet, and Charlie goes off with the pair of them. Some people just belong with aliens. Yeah, everyone's alive and well. Oh, shame about the house though. Wait, what? 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 They have the power to reverse explode things? What? 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 I think I broke my brain. Okay, so how does this thing end? Oh look, the credits laid a few sequels. Good. Well, thank you for your request, Stephen. Overall, I think this film was fine. Not remarkable, but not devastatingly terrible either. The krites themselves would have been good for a few Red Dwarf episodes, but personally I can't get too excited about 3 more films of them. Unless you request them, of course, in which case, woo, yeah, critters! High hopes, let's have them. Anyway, I give this film 6 jam sandwiches out of 10. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.